Hey guys, Kenny B here, Employment Services Manager with the Genesis Club for going on 25 years. So glad to be along with the one of the best clubhouses in the world. And I wanted to share a couple of thoughts with some clubhouses around the world. I am the Employment Services Manager. That does not mean that I, shatter, the globe and develop all these transitional employment jobs, which is what I wanted to speak to really quickly in this quick video. It's the clubhouse's responsibility to really establish a good transitional employment program for members to have entry-level and really good entry-level jobs to return back to work if they choose. So on my way home, and I always, today, it is Friday, April 4th, Red Sox are winning, home opener anyway. But I always have thoughts. I'm always thinking, as someone who's really connected to the idea of developing transitional employment jobs consistently. When I'm at Genesis Club, I'm always looking for a different opportunity for our members, But I just wanted to put a couple of things to you guys tonight in this video. One of my observations every time I go out and meet with a new employer, how I came to that is another video, but meet a new employer, and you guys, in the clubhouse world have seen this, and staff members, whoever goes out and represents your clubhouse to develop particularly transitional employment jobs, they've never heard of you. They've never heard of you, and they've never heard of the clubhouse that you are representing. A lot of times, and I understand, we have a warm market, and we have our folks that really, are aligned with us and dedicated to helping us develop our transitional employment, opportunities for our members. But oftentimes, even sometimes warm, really close, oh yeah, they know us, and then you never hear back from them. So you have to go back out into the cold world with contacts you don't know. You want to establish a profile in a company and say, hey, this is a company I think may be a good potential partner down the road for ABC Clubhouse, correct? And then when you get in front of the administrator or the head of an organization, the influencer, the decision maker, they've never heard of you, okay? They've never heard of you. And that being said, now it's your sole responsibility to not just, you're there to really discuss transitional employment, right? Or your employment program, or you're making an introduction. It's still an introduction. So now as a job developer or an employment person or whoever you may be, you're on the back end describing how long you've been there, where you're located, exactly what do you do, and the nuts and bolts, and that. So that makes it tough to specifically develop employment, because the whole clubhouse concept is new to the person that you're presenting it to. By the way, whether it's warm or not, right? So, when I go to Walmart, right? I go to Walmart to buy this. I go to Walmart to buy that, okay? A little extreme here, but I've already heard of Walmart, and I know what they do. And I think moving forward into the future, clubhouses, particularly around employment, and the whole model itself, there's 358 clubhouses around the world and counting and growing, really need to think about marketing, because that's what I feel when I go out and speak to an employer, and I've been doing this a long time, so I kind of can ride the wave, When I speak to an employer, I feel, I know that this is the very unique concept, and we're 30, 40 years into it, excluding the Fountain House 1954 immersion with John Beard, and you can look at that history. But so it's really, you know, and you guys know, I want you to share your thoughts, but you know, these opportunities through transitional employment are great, you know, but we're in a new age right now. We're in a new age after COVID. Man, I'm sure I don't know sometimes what employers want, need, but that's what I seek out. I seek to market the program first before I, you know, climb to the higher fruit, you know, because that is a journey. So you fellow job developers, you fellow clubhouse members and staff that are out there every day riding around and passing out the cards and marketing. Bring closer, people closer to your mission first, I believe, and perhaps the rest can follow, and developing good employment relationships particularly. So so think about that when you're out there and you're going to meet with a new employer, and you know, how much do they need to know right now, you know, and you know, how much do you want them to know, and what's your mission for that first meeting, you know. But I feel as, and I maybe some of you folks agree, that it's when we put that first touch on a company or an organization to introduce employment, we're also introducing the clubhouse model, which 9 times out of 10, man, they don't know about, right? They haven't heard of it. Sounds great, you know, but hadn't heard. So that's what we need to change through marketing. So coalitions throughout the state, Massachusetts, we need to market clubhouses in general, period. Not just for employment, but everything we do, all right? Anyway, I'll see you next time, guys, and, you know, go for it. You guys are great. Thanks.